behind this one. When I went to Hull City, Gail at the time, she was heavily involved at my head with Butlins in the park and things in there. We played at Gould Town on the Friday night, on the 3rd, and drove through the night back down to Minehead. We had the wedding on the Saturday, and Brian Horton said, "I'll give you the Monday off, but you're back Tuesday because we got the game at Scarborough, a pre-season game." So that was my honeymoon basically. The papers picked it up that this newlywed couple, the Massey just signed for Hull City, was now living on his own, but his wife was like 200-300 miles away. They weren't going to get together till October, so I was only on things, and I had the house there. We sorted out the house, so they wanted to come round and take a photograph to do this story about now I'm living on my own and my wife wouldn't be back with me now till about 3 months' time, whatever, and how I was coping. And I remember the journalist and saying it'd be nice to be doing some household chores so you look after yourself and things. You'd wash your own. So I stupidly said, "Actually, I'm just about to hang out the washing." Washing basket. And he said, that'll be great. So this is what I was doing here. And I'm hanging out the washing. And I just think, oh, that's good. Yeah, I could see the way the story was going to be led and things like that, but it's fine. The article went in the Daily Mirror the week after. And my biggest regret with this is not doing that because it was a bit of fun. I did that. This was in the inside spread of the Daily Mirror. And on this side was a similar story that Hull KR, the rugby guy, had just in the same, had got married or just signed, and he'd come from, and he was working on the docks. And so his picture on the other side of it was him pulling this tugboat, like with this huge big rope, and he was pulling this tugboat, this big rugby player. And on the other side was this sort of tarty looking footballer hanging out the washing with a peg in his mouth. And it happened on the Friday. I remember going into the training, going past the man in the gaffer's office, Brian Horton, and he said, "Massey, come in here." So, and I just knew by the tone of his voice, so I sort of sheepishly went in. He said, "Sit down." And he had the newspaper and he said, "What the hell were you doing?" I said, "What do you mean? Do you know how much stick you're going to get now? Do you know how much abuse you're going to get from the crowds and everything now?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, look at it. Look on the other side." Of course, that's when I see you. He said, "What does that say about footballers and the soft and all the accusations you make about footballers, and you've got a huge big rugby player on the other side, the big manly rugby player." He said, "You're going to get ripped apart." And I didn't even see that. And on the Saturday, the chance of calling out, "Massey, have you done your washing? Have you done your ironing yet?" All the way through the game, I just got absolutely ripped to bits, and that was that brings back all those memories. Even the sort of apprehension of going in and hearing the voice. I can hear the voice now. "Massey, get in here." "What do you think you're doing for footballers? How does that look here?" And I just got ripped to bits, absolutely ripped to bits in that, and I love it. That, but yeah, but when you look back at it now, you have a little laugh with it, yeah.